Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up. I'm Run 7. How you doing? I'm trying to fix the microphone so I don't sound like a dirty mouth breather. I apologize for that, but as you can see, everything's a little bit weird here at the Mobile 7 Studios, where I have terrible sound quality, no soundproofing, no filters, and all that sort of stuff. But who cares? We're here to bitch about bad defenses, and we grade on 5 different criteria. It's who you're using, their placement, their power levels, their ISOs, and what kind of mood I'm in. We are tearing them up from here on out. That's right. No more Mr. Nice 7. Everybody gets bad grades unless you get it perfect. Starting off, we're doing the Watchers defense. This is an aim team. I hate aim on defense. They used to be kind of okay. They are so far gone. This is crap. You might as well. I mean, honestly, there's a couple of things. One, this team has 0 value. At this point in time, they have 0 value. Do not build this team. So wasted investment. I'm sure this came from beforehand, but I hate seeing it. The worst part about this is, one, you've got the wrong ISOs in some different spots, and 2, you have level 3 ISO. It's either 1 or war ready. Better if they're a good tune that you're using outside of it, but it's 1 or war ready. This is an absolute waste of your ISO 8 material. You need to put Striker on Monstrosity, and you need Skirmisher on Assaulter, and then put your minions in the middle. Usually works best. This healer person, they can be on the outside. But this team is trash, man. Just get rid of them. Get something decent in here that I can appreciate. I think this is garbage. I want you to just take it away. I'd rather see shield guards in here than this. I mean, technically they are better than that, but this isn't stopping anybody. Somebody's gonna walk over this with a pocket full of trash that they don't even have any power in. All right, so I'm gonna give this a D. It's very unexciting here. Unexciting, is that a word? I don't know. Well, we're gonna call it unexciting. All right, we have the Hydra Red Skull team. This is a great team for people who are beginning in war. You can build this team really easily. I like Grenadier in here, but a lot of people keep putting the Scientist in there. That's okay. It makes it harder to clear those positive effects, and I think Scientist or Researcher, whatever his name is, puts in Death Proof on some people, so I guess it's okay, but I personally like to build that Grenadier in case you want to use Grenadier Zemo in combination on offense, or you want to add Zemo in on this team, because then Grenadier is going to be assisting Zemo and doing lots of damage. Grenadier got a little bit of a rework more recently than any of these tunes, and he fits in a lot better, so I like Grenadier. As for your ISOs, I don't like Raider on Sniper. I think it should be Skirmisher or Fortifier. I definitely don't like Raider on the tank, whatever his name is, the guard. He needs to be Fortifier 100% of the time. You can do Raider on Trooper, that's fine, and you can do Healer on Scientist, that's fine. But again, let's get that Grenadier in there as a Raider, and then Fortifier or Healer on Red Skull works. Get your Sniper off the corner. He's invisible. You want him in there for chain attacks and to make it harder to get certain combinations of adjacent damage. Man, I'm all over my words today. All right, so for me, this is like a C. It's nothing to get excited about. I think it needs a lot of work. Web Warriors, oh, your placement's horrific. Your placement is so horrific, and you should know this by now. Come on, you've been in the waiting list for like 2 months waiting to get in here. You should know that this placement sucks. Okay, we want Miles in the middle. You want Scarlet as far away from Ghost Spider as possible. And then OG and Punk there in the back row. That works too. I would have accepted Scarlet and Ghost in the back row also, because at least they're apart from each other. But really, I think they're best in the outside edges. So that kind of upsets me. You're level 3 on the ISOs instead of war ready. This is a fantastic team that you need to build. Put the effort into them. Get them up to gear tier 14 at least. Get them up into those blue ISOs so that you can be using them in the raids. It is a very tricky team that is used in a lot of different game modes. Even though I don't like them for offense, they are RNG heavy and they do a lot of stuff on defense in war, on defense in Crucible. We're seeing some people use them on offense now for some really weird things when you combine them. So build this team, my God, get the stars on them and get going. Well, I mean, you get the stars on the people you can. So yeah, I'm mad. And then of course your ISOs are terrible. Oh my goodness, these ISOs are horrific. You want Raider on everybody, Striker on Miles, and I would accept Skirmisher on OG Spider-Man, but I think it should probably be Raider on everybody. I run Healer on Scarlet Spider because I'm weird. I would accept that if you did it, but probably you need to be Raider on Scarlet Spider also. So this is terrible. This is a D for me. This needs so much work. It's like you didn't even try. Okay, 4 is Symbiotes. Again with the level 3 ISOs. Fortifier on Carnage? What are you thinking? That's terrible. We want Skirmisher on Carnage, Striker on Venom, Striker on Anti-Venom, Skirmisher, well, Raider can work, but I like Skirmisher on Scream. And then Raider's okay on OG's or Symbiote Spider-Man, but I prefer Skirmisher to make sure that he lands his attacks. Again, get the stars on this team. Don't build them any higher. They're not needed for anything else, but change those ISOs. That's terrible. What an absolute waste. This is C-. Okay, Doc Ock Sinister 6. I know that you guys get DVs with this team, with this wonky power level Doc Ock Sinister 6 team. I know that people are getting DVs with it. That's because you're facing morons, all right? And one day you're gonna play with the big boys and you're gonna need to either have this team fleshed out, which in my opinion is a total waste of resources because those other 4 people, they suck. Don't waste your resources on them. Take Doc Ock and put him on a hybrid with some other plug and play characters, throw him in on an SA team, throw him in with like, I don't care, New Warriors or something, any place, but wasting him on this crap team. Level 3 ISOs again. You get an F for this. Get this out of my face. Team number 6 is the Mercs. Where's Riot Guard? Okay, if you're gonna use Killmonger, get Shuri in here. If you're not gonna use Riot Guard, I don't know, I guess, at least they're all Mercs. You've got Lieutenant off to the side. He's got adjacent healing properties. He needs to be in the middle somewhere. Put him next to Taskmaster. Put Bullseye off to the side, I guess. Yeah, swap him with Bullseye. But I think you should maybe consider taking Bullseye out of this and putting Riot Guard in here for the taunt. You don't have to. Bullseye's still pretty good, I guess. It just depends on what kind of power you have in each of them. I just think that Riot Guard is your primary pick. Bullseye's going to be the secondary pick. I like Shuri too. That Shuri Killmonger after the Wakandans rework works really good. You don't have any Striker Skirmisher combos going on. You have Taskmaster as a Striker, that's okay. You need to make all your Mercs Skirmishers. Keep Taskmaster as a level 4 Striker. Your ridiculous level 3 ISOs, again, change them all to Skirmisher. Giving you a C- for this. I don't like what you've done here. Team number 7 is the Brotherhood 2.0. You've got Blob in the corner. Oh man, Blob gives off adjacent deflex. How do you not know this? Make Blob a skirmisher. You could keep him as a striker, so he retaliates into the vulnerables. You do have the 5-piece team here. I think that's better on offense when you're controlling where he attacks into. But my God, swap places with Juggernaut and Blob, please, so that you get those deflects going on to Pyro and Magneto. Magneto should be a Raider or a level 5 skirmisher. Toad should be a skirmisher, probably level 5. And then Pyro can be either a striker to get more bleeds on the double tap or a Raider to get more vulnerables. I think if you're gonna leave Blob as a striker, then keep Pyro as a Raider, but just give him War Ready. You're wasting those ISOs taking him to 3. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the placement is ridiculously terrible. I mean, you should know the deflects come off of Blob at this point. He's used as a plug and play character just for those deflects. I'm giving you a C for this team. Team number 8 is the Heroes for Hire. Hey, we got Luke Cage off the corner. That's the right move. Okay. Fortifier on Wang Chung over there? Come on. Shang-Chi needs to be, what are we doing? Raider on Shang-Chi or something? Skirmisher on Misty. That needs to happen for sure. Is it just because of the low power levels? Why do you have gear tier 13 of all things on the 2 worst characters on this team? And you have purple rings on the rest of them. What is going on with your priorities here? Okay, and look at that. We have 2 people that are not war ready and they just 3. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, so you need to change those ISOs. You need to invest the power in the right places. Honestly, don't worry about the girls. Just build Shang-Chi. Change him to a Raider. Change Misty Knight to a skirmisher. Oh my goodness, what a waste of a decent defense. This is a C-. This is an important defense to do right, and you have the wrong ISOs and terrible investment in your power levels. What were you, building the defenders back in the day or something? Team number 9 is the Young Avengers, sort of. It's Young Avengers, but you swapped in an A-Force member because she's a hero brawler, maybe? She's going in place of Echo. I think Echo's a really good character to be building, and I think if you have that big of a Captain Marvel, you should probably use her. Elsewhere, I mean, I do like her with Spider-Woman and Nico as a 3-piece A-Force, kind of a hybrid offensive team. I don't like Jessica Jones. I mean, she does add some things. If you're gonna run Doom on the team, you add Jessica for the energy and stuff like that. I don't know. But I do think Echo is better on this team. If you're gonna be replacing somebody, it should be America Chavez and giving speed up to somebody else, like an Eternals team or something like that on defense. So I don't like your choice here. It's not a waste, as America or Captain Marvel just got a rework. And so there's, you know, it's a good place to invest. But make Miss Marvel gear tier 14. I don't like 13. 14 has a way better stat boost. You should stop at 12 or go to 14. And then, for the love of God, stop with this level 3 ISO crap. Also, your ISOs for this team are absolutely atrocious. Everybody gets Striker, Miss Marvel gets a Skirmisher. You should know that. The Hero Brawler team has been around forever, okay? I would accept Healer on Squirrel Girl, but no, you have her as a Skirmisher? What the hell's going on with this? I'm giving you an F. This team functions because of Miss Marvel and the way she counter assists and everything, and you're taking that away. You're allowing the other team to counter assist and not allowing this team to counter assist. This is atrocious. I don't like it at all. Team number 10, the Marauders, no Madeline Pryor. I'm glad you don't have Madeline Pryor in here because I'd be worried. I think you'd probably screw that one up. Crappy ISOs. You have Skirmisher on Strife. That's fine. Don't use Fortifier anymore since it's rework. He does it all on his own. So Skirmisher's fine, but make him more ready. We need to build up Strife also, make him gear tier 14. He holds this team together. He's the wall you've got to get through to make this team work. When you do get Madeline Pryor in here, she makes him basically spawn on taunt, or taunt on spawn. Emma as a fortifier, what a waste. Make her a healer or a skirmisher. There's even a case to be made for a striker. Striker on Sabretooth? No, he needs to be a raider. Maybe a skirmisher we saw a few days ago that you could add in Ultron and he does some assists, and so that it places that vulnerable and stuff like that. So, you know, when he assists on non-attack abilities and places that vulnerable, it could be useful, but I like him as a raider. Striker, no way. Get rid of that. Striker on Mystique is absolutely wrong. She needs to be a skirmisher. I would accept a raider just because she bounces around a lot, but she needs to be a skirmisher. And then, why do you have Sinister as a skirmisher? The guy barely does anything. All he does is heal and clone and stuff. Make him a healer for the love of God. Figure out the power levels, get these ISOs right. I can accept the placement, that's about it. So for me, this team is a D. I think this is a terrible job. All right. Don't come to me with a crappy build because I'm gonna tear you apart like I did on the Watcher's defense. Although, Watcher, thank you for sending these in. I do appreciate it. If you want your defense featured up in a while, we will get back around. I'll open up that list to other people, but I just can't do it right now. I'm too busy to be dealing with it. So remember, guys, don't just have a good game, be good to yourself and others too, and I will catch you next time. Bye.